Hey there, Barrett agent coming to you from the Den of Jacars here in tropical Thailand. I have a video review of the Jebao DCQ-3500 pump I've just put into my tank here. This is the 2018 model, which is a successor to the DCP models. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between the two, though looking at the box here and some of the features, you'll see it has a 4-pole electronic motor and is ultra silent, so maybe a little quieter than the last ones, and maybe a little bit more dependable as well. It's 28 watts, pumping 3,500 liters per hour, and it can handle a head pressure of about 3 meters. The DCQ models, I believe, also come in 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, and 10,000 models. The main difference between these DC pumps and a regular one, if you've never used one before, is that basically they're running at only 24 volts. So they're safer to have in an aquatic environment, and just as importantly, they save you a lot of money because they use a lot less electricity to produce the same amount of power. Now, in fact, most people are going to be using a more powerful pump like this in a sump filter or pond, but I don't need a sump, don't want one at this point. I have a nice corner overflow filter that does a good job of keeping my water clean and my parameters good. So the reason I need a stronger pump there is because I've recently installed a UV sterilizer. So you can see the Flexa hose goes down first here to this Sun pre-filter, gets cleaned there, and then goes through a Atman 11-watt sterilizer up the tubes, and then comes out top of the tank, returns here. And to deal with that head pressure, I need something more powerful. But again, the advantages of having this DC pump in here is they run at less electricity, and they produce a lot less heat. In fact, since installing this compared to the Sonic before, my temperature has gone down 1 degree Celsius, which helps here in hot Thailand where it's 29, 30 degrees every day, and I have a constant tank temperature of about that. So besides being quieter, cheaper to run, and producing less heat in your tank, the other main advantage of having a DC type pump is these nice pump drivers they have. This shows the current wattage I'm using, and I can adjust the speed up or down in increments of 1, whereas the previous models, I believe it was in increments of 10. It also has wave and feed functions. Another nice thing is if the electricity goes off and the power comes back on, it will remember your last settings. In case the water should drop down, it also has auto protection for dry or locked rotors. So there are a lot of advantages to having a DC type pump in your tank or your sump. Like just about any product though, there are a few cons I'm not so hip on with the DCQs. First of all is the color. I have no idea why they use such a bright red there. Would much prefer black or gray or silver, or even a blue and black they used in a previous model. Kind of stands out quite a bit in the tank there, whereas I'd obviously want my fish to stand out more. But, you know, it's kind of a personal thing and not the end of the world. But one other thing I'm kind of curious about is, if you look down here at the controller, now this is rated at 28 watts, right? I'm going to pump this all the way up to 100%. So it should be coming out at 28 watts or thereabouts, right? Well, as you can see, it's not. It's only at 23, 24, sometimes 25 watts. And again, I've got it cranked all the way up there. So I'm not sure if this is a common feature with other Jebao DC pumps. In fact, if you have any of the previous models and you have a similar problem or don't have a same problem, I'd be curious to know that. Please comment below. But it's really not much of an issue for me because with the head pressure I'm dealing with, it's now pumping out 1,100, 1,200 liters per hour, which is just right for UVC or clarification, get rid of algae and stuff like that. But that's not why I have it in there. And for UV sterilization level 1, I only need about 600, 700 liters per hour, so I can dial it down easily. I've got more power than I really need there. But again, I would be curious to know, is there an issue with the controller there or not? So if you've had a similar experience with other pumps, DC pumps, please let me know. But despite a couple of cons there, overall I'm quite happy with the DCQ-3500. Definitely a step up in technology compared to your average submersible pumps. So if you've not tried one yet, you might consider it. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video helpful, and take care. Over and out from Jacaras.